What's going on, y'all? It's Elixo. One of the biggest questions on the Roblox platform as of right now is, will RELL live up to its name? It is backed by the RELL Brothers. They have 2 million subscribers on YouTube. Every single movie, we have movie 1, movie 2, and then ongoing to movie 3 with 1.3 million people watching, waiting for RELL to release. We're going to be talking about the world building of this game, how the developers just keep on improving, and just whether or not the game will live up to the hype. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord link in the description if you want to join my pirate crew early before we close it off. And let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, y'all, the first thing I wanted to go ahead and cover is the RELL Brothers themselves. We have RELL, RELL Bad, and I'm sure there is a ton of others, but those are the main two. They will constantly make sure to update this game and keep it up to par. Let's say, for example, they worked on the fruits maybe last year, and there's some new VFX or some new crazy shit that they think can be implemented into the game. They will go ahead and backtrack and update it and keep it to par with other games. And not only that, they have a YouTube channel where they keep devlogs and post movies on the game, which is one of the first games that I have seen actually do this successfully and do it consistently. So I think it's safe to say that we are in pretty good hands, as they have been successful developers, which is where they earned their name. So hopefully they go ahead and release this game soon. Do I personally think it could have dropped in December and October when it was supposed to? Yes, but you know, they probably thought there's some other stuff that they can add to the game last minute. But drop this game soon, please, because content's getting fucking dry and there's no games on Roblox anymore. Now, going over the open testing phase, I think a lot of people are actually a bit confused on how this is working. No, it is not just for content creators. I myself don't even have access to the in-game as of right now, but pretty much testers are going to be spawned on a normal random base plate and just be able to test out the fruits, and then wave 2 will be able to test out the combat, and then wave 3 will go ahead and probably test out a bit of the progression. There's not going to be a whole wave of people who get to play the game early. They actually got rid of that, so don't worry guys, there's not going to be 500 people who are ahead of you, but hopefully we do see some videos soon on actual gameplay on the game, because I know that's what most people would like to see. Because as of right now, we've seen mainly combat and we've seen mainly a little bit of the maps and not too much touched on to progression. So hopefully movie 3 clears all of that up, and that is definitely what we're gonna need to hope for. But let's go ahead and talk about what I think about RELL, bro. Will RELL live up to its name? That is the biggest thing a part of this video, and that's the biggest thing that I wanted to go ahead and touch on. We've seen games that have been in development for a really long time end up flopping. Jujutsu Infinite is a big example. People paid $30 for this game to get early access. It had like 10,000 players at once of people who just spent $30 on the game, which is actually pretty absurd. The game took about a year plus to release because they ended up running into a lawsuit with Roblox or whatever, and they made like $1.5 million, and then we literally got ghosted by the game for like 6 or 7 months until they released an update. They added curses, they added level caps, and then they just said, you know what, screw all that shit, wiped it all out. They don't even have that in the game anymore, and they went ahead and released to 500,000 players, which is actually insane. I was so hyped. I was honestly so surprised. I thought the game was gonna have max 100,000 players playing, but you know, it came to life that the game truly was just a bandit beater. I was one of the people who paid for early access. I believe I was wave 2, and I already knew from the jump that this was a piece of, it wasn't that great, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Now they have 50,000 players, and the game hasn't even been out for 30 entire days, I believe. Maybe 30 days exactly, whatever it may be, bro. But Jujutsu Infinite was a huge disappointment and a huge flop, and I'm hoping this does not happen for RELL. But it definitely did open my eyes to see that JJI didn't have too much hype. It did have hype, but there were a lot of other games out there, and RELL sees has its hype here, and then the hype dies, and then it has its hype there, and then the hype dies. But I think this game could release from anywhere to 200,000 to 700,000, and even maybe 1 million people on this game, depending if the Blox Fruits goons want to go ahead and try out a better One Piece game. You're probably saying, Yelixo, that's not talking about the hype though, that's not living up to its name. I do definitely understand that, and we can't say too much about it as of right now. As far as you can see right here, the combat does look pretty amazing, I'm not going to lie. The world building could use a little bit of work, and I don't know if it's just the YouTube recording software that they're using, but it looks like we can definitely up the contrast on the game, bro. Like, I don't know what's up with the colors. It looks like, if you guys ever seen them TikTok posts, bro, that be like me as a kid at 3 years old looking at the world, or 10 years old versus me like at 18 or some shit, bro. It looks like they took the color and just wiped that shit off the planet, and it just looks really dull. So I hope they do up that. But is that a big reason that the game could flop? No. The biggest thing that is going to make or break RELL is it being all about PvE, and it being all about bandit beating. But as far as we've been told by the developers themselves in both of the movies, is that there will be fishing in the game. There will be tons of other ways to progress in the game. Marines will actually have a huge stand in the game. It will not just be a million pirates taking over the entire game. There will be bounties, there will be crews, there is going to be a layer system as well through the maps, and you're going to be able to go down and down. I explained this in my last RELL videos about 4 or 5 months ago. But I can truly say without a doubt, the game will reach 500,000 to 1 million. Will it sustain this number? We cannot be too sure until this movie 3 does release. Now, as far as a release date, we will be getting that in movie 3. It's been confirmed by the RELL Brothers themselves, and this release will have a huge play in whether the game will live up to its name or not. Let's say, for example, if they say January 2026, it will leave an outrage, because a lot of people were expecting the game to drop in 2024 December. So we'll definitely leave it up to them. But you guys, let me know your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you guys think the game will reach its peak? Do you think it'll have 1 million players on, 100,000, 50,000? Whatever your analysis is on the game, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. And I will be seeing you guys when movie 3 drops. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and join my pirate crew, link in the description. I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one. As always, it's your boy Yelixo. Peace.